So we're almost at the launch of the PS5, which means we can look back at the generation the PS4 was part of and decide what was the best and what was the worst of the PS4. The PS4 had some fantastic exclusives, it also had some terrible exclusives, and that's what we're going to be doing today. We're going to be ranking the exclusives of the PS4 and deciding what was the best and what was the worst of the generation. So the tier lists seem to be the way of the future, so let's go ahead and start ranking these based on my personal preferences. Again, if you don't like my preferences, please drop a comment in the comment section below. Just remember that opinions are like buttholes. Everyone has one. It's okay to be proud of it, just don't shove it in everyone else's faces. Right, so first we've got Knack. Knack was the game that my PS4 came bundled with, and I'm sorry, it's going to have to go in D. I wasn't impressed with it at all. Even as a platformer, it wasn't that great. Again, not really marketed towards me. I say again, didn't really say that in the first place. It's not really marketed towards me. I guess there are probably kids that liked it. It's just not my sort of thing, so it's got to be in D. Last of Us Remastered. It was a PS3 release originally. I don't think it counted as a PS4. I suppose it was because it's a remastered one. It's on the list anyway. Last of Us, in my opinion, it's got to be an S. It's one of the best games ever made. It's fantastic. I've not actually played The Last of Us 2 yet, so I can't comment on that. But Last of Us 1, Last of Us Remastered, definitely in S tier. Uncharted 4 is a game I haven't actually got round to completing, which is weird because I absolutely love the Uncharted series. Just other things came up. I do plan to get round to it. Based on what I've seen so far, it's in A tier. Maybe it'll get pushed up after I complete the game. I'm not sure. I'm actually pretty far through it, but I can't really comment on it as a whole. You know, it's not really S tier from what I've played. I can only base this on what I've played. There's going to be probably a few controversial placements in here because I haven't played every game on this list. And if I haven't played it, I'll put it in D tier. I'll say whether that's based on the fact that the game's bad or whether I haven't played it. But if I haven't played it, I can't really judge it too much. Next we have Marvel's Spider-Man, which came out 2 years ago. I actually really like this game. I'm going to put that in S tier. I think that was a fantastic game. I think the combat was really, really good. It was really fun to sling the webs through the city of New York. The story was great. No faults. I absolutely love it. Horizon Zero Dawn, anyone who knows me knows that this is my game of the generation. It is my absolute favourite game of this generation. That includes everything Switch and PC and Xbox. Horizon Zero Dawn, to me, was a fantastic, fantastic game. I absolutely loved it, and it's definitely S tier for me. God of War, I didn't actually play it much. I played it a bit. I'm going to put that in A tier because it's a pretty good game. It looks fantastic. The story's great. Absolutely love these story-driven single-player campaign games. They're really knocked them out the park. So, A tier for God of War. Ratchet and Clank, I'm going to put that in C. I'm not a big Ratchet and Clank fan. I played it a little bit. It's not as bad as Knack, but it's definitely not my cup of tea. So I'm not going to be ranking Ratchet and Clank too highly. Killzone, I'm going to put that in D tier. It was another launch title for the PS4 that really didn't impress me at all. So I'm putting that down with Knack. Yeah, I can't really say much about it. It didn't impress me that much. Persona 5 I haven't played at all because I've never got into the Persona games. However, I know if I put this in D tier, I'm going to get slaughtered. Because there's a lot of people that do think that Persona 5 is the best game, maybe even of all time. I've actually heard people say that. So if I put that in D tier, I may get slaughtered. I'm going to put it in D tier just simply because I haven't played it. This is not a reflection on Persona 5 as a game, because I haven't played it. Yeah, it's specifically... I'm going to do. D tier is going to be for games I haven't played. C tier can be the lowest, because there's not many games on this list that I don't like that much, but don't rate too much either. There are a lot of these games like Marmite, either I love them or I hate them. It seems unfair to put Persona 5 in the same category as Knack. So, D tier is going to be did not play. There we go. D tier, did not play. C, crap. B, barely good. I don't know. A star, and then super amazing, fantastic games. I don't freaking know. Drive Club, D tier. It was an average at best racing game. I don't think many people played it that much. It was what it was. It was a release, I guess. Infamous Second Son, I did quite like that at the time. At the time, I probably would have put it in A tier. but its impact on the PS4 wasn't as great as I thought it maybe was at the time. It was a good game, but it's not as memorable as Infamous 1 and 2, so I feel like B tier is where it should go. Maybe I'll replay it, maybe I'll feel differently, but I haven't played it since it came out, and it's one of those games where I have to remind myself it was a thing. So I did really enjoy it at the time though, so it feels wrong to put it in B tier. Gran Turismo, I don't play Gran Turismo games, so I'm going to put that in D tier because I didn't play it at all. Bloodborne, didn't play that either. Not any particular reason, it just didn't appeal to me. So in D tier, don't take me putting it at the bottom to mean that I think that it's absolutely shit. It's literally the tier for games I didn't play, and I think it's unfair for me to rank them higher than the bad games, because at least I did play the bad games, if that makes sense. Detroit Become Human, S tier, 100%. It's a fantastic game. I've given it several playthroughs. I still plan on playing through it. A few more times as well. It's a fantastic game. The story's amazing, and it's so relevant with stuff that's going on today as well. Probably even more so now than when it actually came out. So that's actually pretty amazing. So Detroit Become Human, S tier. The Order 1886 is a game that I really enjoyed playing at the time. I know people complained it was too short and whatever. As a game, it was fun. However, it was very short, and its impact wasn't really felt as the generation went on. I don't want to put it. What do we keep right clicking? I don't want to put it down as low as Knack, because at least the Order 1886 did entertain me while I played it. So I'm going to put it in B tier, but it's like low B tier, almost on the border of C tier. Because while it was a good game, it just didn't have any impact, and it didn't have the longevity that a lot of these other games have. So I'll put that there. Last Guardian, I didn't play. Again, it's not really a game that appealed to me. It is what it is. If I didn't play it, I can't rank it. It's that simple. Shadow of Colossus is a decent game. A little bit overhyped. Sorry, am I allowed to say that? It's a little bit overhyped. Shadow of Colossus I'll put in B tier. It's a decent game, it's a fun game, but it's very much a PS2 game. You know, nothing wrong with PS2 games on the PS2. That's all I'm going to say. Like, it's a decent game, but I won't go out of my way to play it. Knack 2 I didn't even play, 'cause Knack 1 just didn't impress me. It would probably go in C tier though. Gravity Rush I didn't play. The Last of Us Lost Legacy was decent. I'm trying to decide between low A or a high B. I'll go for A. I'll give it some. I'll put it in A, and I actually didn't play Until Dawn. Right, so that was a lot quicker than I thought it was going to be. I might do a few more of these lists actually, because this was quite fun. Down in D tier, these are the games I didn't play: Persona 5, Gran Turismo, Bloodborne, Last Guardian, Knack 2, Gravity Rush 2, and Until Dawn. Just I never got around to playing them. You know, like most people, it was a money issue. Some of these games did appeal to me. Like, I did look into Persona 5, I did look into Until Dawn, but it was a money issue. You know, like, I can't buy every game I want as much as I'd like to. C tier, the games that are, C just stands for crap. Ratchet and Clank, Knack, Killzone Shadowfall, and Drive Club. Like, I played these games for maybe a couple of hours, never picked them up again because they didn't impress me at all. B tier, I think, what did I say, it was barely good or something. Infamous Second Son, The Order 1886, and Shadow of Colossus. Again, these aren't bad games. I enjoyed them for what they were, but they're not really the sort of games I'm going to remember 20 years from now as the best of the PS4. A tier, we've got Uncharted 4, God of War, and Uncharted The Lost Legacy. These are games I probably will remember 20 years from now as some of the best of the PS4, but not quite the best the PS4 had. And then in S tier, these are the games I'm definitely going to remember 20 years from now as just the best. You know, Horizon Zero Dawn, The Last of Us Remastered, Detroit Become Human, Spider-Man, all fantastic games. Absolutely love all of them. I would go back and play them all any day of the week. So, yeah, I guess that's my list. Drop a comment in the comment section below. How would your list be different to mine? Might do a few more of these because this was a fun little video to make, and I'll see you next time.